And our candidate interviews that continue right now. Battle Creek City Commission candidates, extended invitations, and many of them were accepted. One of them accepted by Jane Parikh, who joins us now. Ward 4 City Commission candidate, born in Mumbai, India.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes.
And has lived in Battle Creek for 13 years. You'll see her name on the ballot for Ward 4, PR manager with the Michigan Crossroads Council, Boy Scouts of America, and one-time local press secretary for Howard Woolpe. And Jane is here this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Richard. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here today. What motivates you? 13 years in Battle Creek, and now's the time, huh?
Yes, now's the time. I have the time, and I've lived here long enough to see some things that I'd like to be changed. As you said, I have a full-time job, which won't preclude me from carrying out my duties as a commissioner. And my husband and I have 4 children between us, all of whom are college graduates, and they're creating bright futures for themselves outside of Battle Creek and Calhoun County. Unfortunately, this appears to be the norm, as many of our friends who call this city and the county home are experiencing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the reasons I chose to run to represent the residents of Ward 4 in the city as a commissioner.
How do you propose to change that?
Well, first, I think we need to become more business friendly. I think we really need to focus on bringing in businesses that are going to attract a young, educated workforce. According to the census, in April 2010, we had 52,346 residents. In July of 2016, that number was 51,534. So that was actually a loss. And I really think we need to do something about that.
Is that a tax incentive thing, or is it more than that?
I think it's tax incentives. I've heard from numerous people that our tax rates are too high. I spoke with a real estate developer in Kalamazoo. I asked why don't you come over here? And he said the taxes are just too high. So I think we need to address that. Anything we can do to position ourselves to be more business friendly, I think we should be doing. I think we should be encouraging entrepreneurs of all ages. I recently heard that the largest segment of entrepreneurs in this country are people who are over the age of 55. So it's not just young people, it's all age ranges. And I really think we just need to develop an atmosphere which will convince those people to come here and give us a shot.
So is it just the tax situation, or are there more things at play, do you think?
Well, I think also we need to look at what's going on with the Kellogg Company. They've been a great partner for us for a long, long time. But the reality is, and we all know this, there are jobs going outside of Battle Creek now. And I think we really need to come up with some kind of a contingency plan to address that. I don't think we can just sit by and wait for things to happen to us. I think we need to start attracting those new businesses now. So
is Battle Creek Unlimited doing enough of that, or they need to do more, or somebody else? How do you see that?
I would like to see them do more. I would like to see a better relationship between the city and the county and Battle Creek Unlimited. I believe if we work as partners with them, if we support them, their efforts will be a lot greater.
Mm-hmm. So the efforts that Battle Creek Unlimited is doing and the city is doing downtown and so on, are these in concert with how you view success in the future in bringing those businesses here that you're suggesting?
Well, to be fair, I mean, Battle Creek Unlimited is focused pretty heavily on that industrial park, and that's how it should be. But we need to have some kind of partnership or collaboration to make sure we're addressing the issues that are happening downtown. Mm-hmm. Recently we had a developer who was talking about doing some great things down there, and that's kind of fallen by the wayside. The Heritage Tower is now still in play, but it's taken a lot longer than people would like it to take. And we have a lot of empty storefronts down there.
Mm-hmm. So if we talk about Ward 4 for a second, what have you been hearing as the main concern in that ward now as you talk to folks?
Public safety has been a big issue.
Okay.
We've had larcenies of vehicles, dog complaints, that kind of thing. But I think safety is a big concern for a lot of people there.
How will that change?
I'm not sure. I hope that we can develop a better working relationship with the Battle Creek City Police Department as well. I mean, I think, they're doing what they can right now, but perhaps there are other opportunities to make that relationship even stronger.
So is there concern in the neighborhood that attention is not being given enough to these calls or to safety in general?
I think to some extent, and I think, it depends on where you live in Ward 4. I think there are certain residents in Ward 4 who feel pretty marginalized.
Wow. Okay. All right. Is there something that you can do to try and change that as a commissioner?
I think communicating with the residents, communicating with the police department, letting the residents know how they can be more involved and be more vigilant, and how they can communicate their concerns to the police department in a better way.
All right. Jane Parikh is Ward 4 City Commission candidate in Battle Creek. You'll see her name on the ballot in Ward 4 on Tuesday. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
All right.